Hey guys, it's Kara and I am back. I am Martha fucking Stewart up in here and I've got an awesome recipe for you for some MTS Nutrition high protein cinnamon rolls. So the first thing you're gonna need to do is click my link to go to Tiger Fitness and purchase all your MTS Whey nutrition needs or whatever supplements you need. So click that link, go there, use my discount and get yourself set up. First thing we're going to need for our cinnamon rolls, you're going to want to preheat your oven at 400 degrees because we are going to do a little baking for this product. First thing we're going to do for your actual cinnamon roll, we're going to kind of bake like a cake that we're going to end up slicing up and rolling into our cinnamon rolls. So what I'm going to use for that is some of the caramel sutra whey. You're going to need a bowl ready and you can either use a hand beater. I'm just going to use a wire whisk today to mix this all around, but I'm going to go ahead and use a full scoop and a half scoop. So 1.5 scoops total of your caramel sutra. Get that in your bowl. And next thing we're going to add is 1/8 of a cup, which isn't a lot, of oat flour. I actually didn't have any oat flour at home, so what I did is I just threw some oats in my blender, blended it up, and it's that easy. So we're going to throw 1/8 cup of oat flour in there. I have measured out 1/2 cup of liquid egg whites. So we're going to go ahead and dump that right in there as well. And you're also going to want to add 1 whole large egg. So we are going to have some yolk in there to add just a little bit of fat to this. Get that in there. Okay. Next thing we're going to add is some baking soda. This is crucial. If you don't add it, it will make a huge difference in how the product cooks and tastes. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So there is a difference between baking soda and baking powder. So make sure you've got this on hand. 1 teaspoon. And optional, but I like my stuff a little extra sweet. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of some Splenda in there, just to sweeten it up. Very good. What you're going to need for your cake pan, I'm just going to use like one of these little cheap throwaway containers. It's like the size of a brownie pan, so an 8 by 8. Go ahead and blend up all your ingredients. And what we're going to do is pour it into this pan at 400 degrees, cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes. This is not going to turn out to be a big fluffy cake by any means. It's basically going to cook flat, kind of like a pancake, which is perfect for making a cinnamon roll. We don't need anything too thick. So you can tell this is coming together as a nice kind of doughy batter here. Just want to make sure you get that mixed up really good. Anytime you're adding egg to a product, you definitely don't want to bite into one bite and have a bunch of egg in there. So make sure you stir it up really good. Or like I said, if you want to use a hand mixer, an electric mixer, go ahead and do that. This helps you get a little bicep workout though while you're cooking. All right, should be good. So I've sprayed my pan as well so it doesn't stick with some non-stick cooking spray. Just dump that all in there. Grab my spoon. Make sure I get it out of here. All right. Now that we've got everything in there, just want to go ahead, flatten it out, mix it across the whole pan. And like I said, don't be surprised or think you did something wrong when you pull this out of the oven and it still stays fairly flat. We didn't add a lot of flour in here. We're not making a cake. We just want a cake-like substance for our cinnamon rolls here. All right, so what you're gonna do is go ahead. Got this all made. We're gonna put this in the oven 400 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes. All right guys, so while you've got your little cake baking in the oven, we can go ahead and get our frosting ingredients ready. Real easy. What I'm gonna use, again, you're gonna need some MTS Whey. I'm gonna use my favorite vanilla. What you're gonna do is take 1.5 scoops, pour that into a bowl. This protein is perfect. I kid you not, you guys need to get this vanilla. It's perfect for baking and it's really good mixed with Greek yogurt anytime you're trying to make an icing frosting type flavor, which is great for things like cinnamon rolls. You can put it on your protein pancakes, whatever you need. So the next thing we're going to use to add to this for frosting, like I said, Greek yogurt and vanilla MTS Whey makes a perfect frosting combination. So I am going to add 1/2 cup of my Greek yogurt. Just get that measured out. Real hard to screw this up if your measurements are not exact. Throw some Greek yogurt in a bowl. Throw some of that MTS Whey in a bowl. You can't go wrong. It'll taste good, I promise. All right, and next thing we're gonna do, this is optional, but it kind of helps add to that cinnamon roll flavor. I'm gonna add just a little teaspoon of the sugar-free maple syrup. Optional, but like I said, it is gonna help give it that kind of, I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons because I like it. Gives it that mapley flavor. So that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this all up together. And while I'm mixing this, you guys will also want to have on hand, you can see I've got out some ground cinnamon. You're going to want to have that on hand, of course. We're making cinnamon rolls here, so make sure you have enough to sprinkle on your cinnamon rolls. All right, guys, so I let my little cake bake 10 minutes in the oven, and what I did was cut it up into 3 sections for 3 cinnamon rolls. You can make them a little smaller if you want to do maybe 4, I would say. So I cut mine in thirds, so what you can see here is I've got 1 slice here of my little cake, and I've got my frosting all made up. So what we're gonna do is flip that guy over, and we're gonna go ahead and frost it. You wanna save enough frosting, because what we're gonna do is frost the inside pretty good, but then we're also gonna add some of our frosting to the top as well. So you can see the Greek yogurt and the MTS Whey makes a lovely, like that shit looks like frosting. That looks like cream cheese frosting, no joke. So that is amazing. So we're gonna frost that up nice and good. Okay. Sprinkle a little cinnamon in the middle, because at this point we haven't added any cinnamon to our recipe. So sprinkle that right on there. Okay. And now begins the rolling. So you want to try to roll it up. This baby's gonna be big. All right, I'm used to like cinnamon rolls the size of my head. So just gonna kind of go with it. If it breaks a little bit, that's all right. Just kind of roll it up, mash it up. So it doesn't work out in a perfect circle, but that's all right. Looks pretty delicious. So what we're gonna do is add some more icing for the top of this. Ice that bad boy up. And then for toppings, we're gonna add a little bit more cinnamon. Running out of cinnamon here, 'tis the season. Okay, and then also if you want, you could add some nuts on top of it. So I kind of broke up some walnuts. Depending on how much fat you have, you can add some of those guys to the top. There you go. May not look like your classic traditional cinnamon roll, but that baby's got some weight to it. It's got good macronutrients, and it's not about how it looks. Don't be fooled by those Instagrammers who post these perfect pictures. This is what it's about, all right? It's about tasting good. So I'm gonna take a little bite of this bad boy. There's some frosting in my hair. Straight up, that tastes like a cinnamon roll. Holy crap. I need a glass of milk right now. That is some good stuff. Guilt-free MTS Nutrition cinnamon rolls. Go ahead, buy your MTS Nutrition products using my link. Please give this a thumbs up. Don't mind me talking with my mouth full. And keep checking back for more videos with me. Thanks. For your cake that you put in the oven, I actually recommend you not to cook it as hot as I did. Turn it to 350 degrees, and I would check it at about 8 to 10 minutes. Cook it on your middle shelf of the oven. I made the mistake of cooking at 400 at a higher rack, so it got a little crispier to it, which made it a little harder to roll. Still tastes good, but it might make it a little easier for you guys to just cook it at a lower temperature in terms of rolling your cinnamon roll.